Yes.
Cool. So what's going on? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
I play a lot of Offlane, especially Legion Commander, Grandmaster. But I've been stuck at 4.3K for I think it's like a year. I'll go down every now and then because I'll play like position 4 and 5, and I'll start also trying different Offlane heroes. But my MMR always drops down to like 3.9, and then I just spam Legion again to get to 4.3. For whatever reason, like I can win like almost all my games up until 4.3, and then after that, I don't know why. I just like my win rate goes down to like 50%, and I just can't climb
Gotcha,
higher than.
gotcha. Just hitting a wall.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's a good time I think for people to get coaching if they kind of recognize they're at a limit and need somebody else that's better than them to point out what they need to be doing better. So good on you.
Yeah, for sure.
Is there anything you want to like? Do you see my screen by the way? Is it working?
Yeah, I can see it just fine.
Okay, cool. I am recording. By default, I upload to YouTube. Presumably saw that. If you don't want me to, though, I won't.
That's fine. I don't mind.
Okay. And is there anything you want to say about this game before we get started?
It was just we still won the game, but it was definitely very rough against Viper. Typically, heroes like Viper. Sometimes I see Razor safe lane, Monkey King, Ursa. Like I ban Ursa every game. Those games like are just very difficult.
For
I just
sure,
want to know
yeah.
what to do when I have a trash laning phase.
Okay. Um, we will take a look. Probably a lot of defensive aggro and creep manipulation. Since you're like 4K, you're probably doing it, but there's like some advanced stuff that you can do, especially in these hard lanes, to make it a little bit easier. That's not really punishable. You just have to like know what to do and then be consistent about it. Um, I don't know if you know, but I have a video I made a little while ago on offlane Legion, specifically about what to do in a hard lane as Legion Commander. So if you're
Yeah,
interested.
I did see that. I haven't watched the video yet, but I saw that
Okay.
you what's it called uploaded it, and I was
Yeah.
gonna watch it later. That's why I mostly what's it called hit you up because I wanted somebody that like knows how to play Legion Commander.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's check it out. I think your item build's okay considering you're against a Viper. Kind of dig it.
Yeah, I've been switching it up. I used to get like wand and ring every game, but especially difficult lanes, I think like win lace is better.
Yeah. So here, if you're going to be against a hard lane and you know it, and the enemy's not here, what you should do is you should kill this range creep as fast as possible. So what I see high MMR players do is they'll literally just like sometimes they'll even nuke the wave. Although that wouldn't necessarily be a good idea if you don't know exactly where the Viper is. But like if this happens and you're here and he's not here, I like that you attack the wave to start. But if you just go hit this range creep like 3 times and then you can like secure with Q or not if the guy hasn't shown up yet, that will like make your life a lot easier on the first wave. You know what I mean? If you don't have to worry about this
Yeah.
range creep. Granted, you're a Legion, so like you don't always have issues. Unlucky there, unlucky. So I would, so you just start the aggro right away. This isn't a huge deal. He's not like spam harassing you.
Mm.
But this range creep could like be close to dying.
Yeah, I missed that one right there.
Yeah, you tried. I mean, you kind of went for the right thing. Your camera movement or your camera was like a little awkward. Yeah, if you had just like done the defensive aggro sooner, I think you wouldn't have been in that situation where the melee and the range were dying at the same time.
Mhm.
Okay, so he's like harassing you. I definitely don't worry about denying in these hard lanes. Like just worry about getting out of his attack range with the defensive aggro. So like a lot of what I say like when it comes to really hard matchups is like you just have to play like the matchup's impossible and that you're like way weaker than them at all times and just consistently play like that throughout the lane. So what like around your MMR where like you're decent, but then you're in these really hard matchups. Um, a lot of times people don't adjust super well. That's kind of what I see here. You're like kind of playing it a little normally. Like you're not really acting like this is a super hard fucking lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so if you act like it's a super hard fucking lane, even if he's not like really harassing you, it'll still just play in your favor because like he always could. and like the better opponents you play against, the more often they will do this. So like you just have to react appropriately to begin with, and then if they don't do anything, so be it. But like if they do, which they will, as you get better, like if you're not already doing the right thing, like you're just gonna get punished and lose like half your HP for no reason.
Okay.
So like, oh, also I wanted to mention here, I think it was like this creep here or something. You defensive aggroed, and then one of them dies. Like if you don't want to walk up for this melee dying right now, just nuke it. It's totally worth it in the first like 3 waves to just like spam your nuke to get CS. Like
Okay.
100%.
I usually save it for the range. Like that's why I didn't nuke it right there. I don't know if it's better to get the range one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Like just use it to get any of them. Like if it's a free CS that you're gonna get, like you don't have to wait for the ranged. Um,
Okay.
I would say don't. Just because like just get the cooldown off sooner. It'll be up again. It's like the same basically a ranged or a melee. Like they're not that different right now. Um, and then like you saw what happened, right? Like you hung around to be in range to queue for the range creep, and like you ate like you're eating like a ton of damage for it.
Yeah.
You might even be dead.
Oh, right here I could have gotten away, but I tried to bait him back. Oh wait, no, never
Nice.
mind. I got the kill.
That was
Never
good.
mind.
That
I
was
did
good.
it.
That was good. Let's see. So you haven't bought anything yet, which is okay. Well, you have the bracer, and then okay, this is fine. This is fine. I just wanted to make sure you shouldn't have like bought anything. I maybe would have
Mhm.
flown out like a salve or like more tangos like already. It's not a huge
Yeah.
deal though, but just like again in anticipation of this lane is gonna be trash, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know what you do right now, but like, what do you think you should do? Like, what is the correct play to Viper being dead here?
Just push the wave into the tower and then send my region out. I
Yeah,
think
send
that's
the
what I end up
region
doing.
out. Like I would be sending like salve. I would be sending like salve, double mango, and honestly, you should be saving for boots here. Buying a bracer is kind of a grief. Like you need the
Okay.
boots, right? You started with the windlace, right? You had the right idea. You just need the boots. Um, like more regen is fine because it's gonna keep you in lane, but you need the boots. So here I'd be shoving the lane super hard. I'd be buying like honestly, if you didn't buy this, you'd actually have the boots and a salve. If you didn't buy this gauntlet, you see what I mean, right?
Yeah.
So I'd be shoving this in super hard right now, like auto attacking off cooldown. You're denying. That's trash. So you can't deny here in this situation, right? Just like because he's coming back to lane, and there's still creeps alive that you want to kill. And if he's smart, he's just gonna not let you do that, right?
Yeah.
So the focus needs to be on the creeps and like killing the creeps that you want to kill and get the CS before he comes back. Um, you're like kind of focused on the shaman, but instead you like you just didn't get that range creep. You took more damage. Feels bad. You did buy the 2 mangoes and the salve. I just wouldn't have got this bracer. This bracer is just not as important as the boots.
Right.
In hard lanes, I also never buy bracer. Like I didn't mind your starting item build because I was like, oh, like casual circlet, not bad honestly. Maybe you could have just started 2 iron branches instead of the circlet instead though, like windlace, tango, quelling blade, 2 iron branches. Maybe even have gold for a mango. I'm not 100% sure, but that is probably what I would have gone for. But like I like the mangoes that you got. Like having mana to spam your nuke is gonna be helpful. Plus it's like passive HP regen that's really good. Speed talks about it all the time. I don't know if you watch his videos or anything.
No, I haven't seen this. I do buy like more mangoes. Honestly, sometimes by like 10 minutes, I buy like 6, 7 mangoes. I kind of feel like I don't know if it's griefing or not, but I just like to keep spamming my Q,
I think it's
especially
okay.
when. Okay.
Like speed is like talked about it a lot, and you said you don't watch it, which is fine. But he's like a 10k MMR like offlane player in NA, and he thinks mangoes are super good right now. So I think I think that's fine what you're doing. Like you just like uploaded a Dawnbreaker video where he started with 4 mangoes and then bought like 3 more in the lane. Like just
Okay.
it's really good for the regen, and then it's really good to like if you need to spam your spells, which you kind of do.
Yes, especially once I hit level 5, I like to spam overwhelming odds. Just keep pushing back the enemy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think the way you're playing now is fine. Like you got the boots, this is good. Your defensive aggro is pretty good, pretty good. Survivor's like trying to fuck with you. Okay. I like what you did there. You tried to get both creeps. Didn't quite work, but that's fine. You're basically playing this correctly at this point. This is pretty good. Can always defense factor a little more. Yeah, just like this. Just make it so like it's really inconvenient for him to like try and contest your CS. Which is pretty much what you're doing. That's good pressure. That's good pressure. The only problem with that is it made the creeps low right in front of his tower. So like, it kind of worked out. It was okay. I'm not gonna complain. I like the concept behind why you nuked there. That was good. Salved.
Yeah, I should have focused Shaman there, I think, but I was trying to also save my Rubik.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was thinking about when I ran back. I definitely shouldn't have died there.
Right. Yeah, don't ever save your support. Like, it's not never, but like, maybe this is just like a consideration again of like the fact that you guys are in a weak lane, but like, you're in a really dangerous spot here. Even if Shaman dies, like even if Shaman dies and Rubik dies, like you're kind of at the disadvantage, you know? So it's definitely not worth it to like try and save him. Like your concern needs to be getting out and like ideally killing this guy and then getting out. And by getting out, I just mean not dying. Whether that is like, you know, if you like have to run away up here after the kill or something to like Viper like fucks off or whatever. That's what my priority would be. Like saving your support is just so meh. Especially if you're gonna trade anyways. Yeah, that's good. I see what you're going for. I just never like worry about saving my support. Like if they die, they die. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
I'm happy to trade and like be the one that stays alive if I'm the core. Alright, so we didn't buy any items. It's kind of okay. Chasing. This is a little sus. Wow, that is terrifying. Okay, nice. Wow.
Oh yeah, I chased a lot right here. I think I ended up getting the kill, but I lost a lot of HP for it.
Wow. I'm surprised you got that. I wouldn't have bothered, but that's just me. But you didn't really lose a lot of creeps for it, so I guess it was fine. You're just like, right, if like Omni like keeps in or some shit, like
yeah.
Or Quap, right? Your life just sucks. Give me Viper's alright. I don't like hate it though. Like at best, like I probably would have like tried maybe I would have I don't even know if I would have dove the Viper, honestly, but if I had, I would have just like bounced out of the trees and like cut it out and like walked away. That's what I would have done. But like what you did wasn't like bad. I'm not gonna tell you that was trash or anything. Alright, so Viper's back, we're CSing. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty aggressive dive from them, but I feel like they can do that, right? Like you're at half HP here, so I feel like this again just goes back to the disadvantageous matchup thing. Like yes, you guys have like gotten a couple kills, but still the matchup is bad. You know what I mean? Like regardless of how well you've done up till now, the matchup is still trash, and you just cannot ever act like it's not unless they like really fuck up, right? And like this guy being here at full HP under full creeper, like he's not fucking up, right? Like does he need to be here? No, but like he's not like out of position given like your guys' health and resources, right?
Yeah.
So I definitely would have just chilled here. I mean, you went for the Q, which was fine. You kind of walked up a little bit. I mean, that honestly could have even been a misclick, maybe? As opposed to, like, I don't know if you were trying... Do you know if you were trying to run at him versus just, like...
I was actually just trying to... I was trying to secure those range creeps to those three of them.
Yeah, like, Qing one is fine. It wasn't a great situation, like, that the creeps aggroed on the tower instead of you. But that's just, like, one of those situations where you just have to recognize that, like, you know... It sucks, but like you can't do anything about it because they're stronger than you. Have you seen the video that I made? It's like the Slardar Marcy versus SF Viper lane.
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, you should check that out too, just because you're an offlane player. But in that video, the concept is specifically about the topic of like I was in a really hard lane. We were Slardar and Marcy. We were double melee against an SF carry Viper pause 5, right? It's like that, not like the most toxic cancer lane you've ever heard of as an offlaner. And so like basically the whole point, and like we played it pretty well, like we didn't do literally anything to be aggressive on the SF at all until we hit her power spike. But there was one point that I covered in the video where it was kind of what you did. It was earlier on in the lane, but like I was like level 2 or 3, and the SF was here, and I like walked up at him because there was like some creeps, right? The tower was hitting the creeps, and like it was the same thing. I got like fucking double raised, and I was like, why did I do that? Like, right? Like he's not really out of position because the matchup is so bad that he can be where like he can be more out of position, quote unquote, than like you would normally think, right? Like if that hero wasn't a Viper and you did what you did, like you might be fine, like against a different carry. You just have to adjust that mindset when you're in those bad matchups to like really like play like super passive until you like hit some sort of power spike, or if they like really fuck up. Okay. So hanging around to get the XP. Omni's here. Yeah, this is always really awkward when your 4 leaves in a really hard lane. I think what you did is correct here. This is basically all you can do, so this is good. The only other thing you can consider doing in this scenario is walking mid, but they have a Quap, so the odds that you're going to get like a duel off on are like pretty fucking low, I think. Yeah. Granted, you have a Lion Rubik. The only other thing you could do is consider going mid in that scenario. So jungling is fine. Considering going mid is an option.
Okay.
Like nobody will expect it. Like nobody expects like a Legion commander to like gank mid at like 9 minutes into the game, right?
Right.
So sometimes it works, literally because no one's expecting it. But that doesn't mean you have to, like especially if you don't think you're gonna get the kill anyway. It's like I wouldn't have rotated mid against Quap. I'm just throwing it out there as like one other alternative that you can do in that situation, because basically you like understood that you couldn't be there. It's pretty good. So we're just going the blink. I guess we'll see what you end up going first. Good duel.
I ended up not getting that one, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to go all in on the Nether Toxin. I think... Did Rubik use his spells? This is hard to know. Whether or not it's correct to W your Rubik depends on if he has spells available. Because if he like already used his spells, which like granted I wasn't paying attention to, so I don't know if you were.
Oh, he does end up using the shackles.
He had the shackles. He was almost dead. It's kind of like whatever. I definitely would have like... Right, you could have W'd yourself and done the exact same thing. But... It's whatever. Did you not get... Oh, you didn't get the dual damage. Oh, that's...
No, I didn't. Yeah, it was like a sec. It was like a millisecond.
That sucks. Well, what can you do? Could have W yourself. That's the only thing you could have done. Then you would have got the kill.
I think I'm pretty sure I end up going Blade Mail first on this one too.
Oh yeah, I see you bought the broadsword.
Yeah.
I don't mind that too much. Blink could have been good just because you're against Brood, but given that you're like not racking up dual damage early anyways, like you blinking the Brood doesn't necessarily mean you kill her. You know what I mean? So like I kind of don't mind. Like if you're like owning, then obviously blink is like great to get first. This guy's still here, very annoying. Yeah, I would maybe just go jungle some more. This is the only thing you can do here is like if your supports like are able is like ask them to come like smoke on this Viper, because that's like pretty much 100% a kill. Yeah, unless they're like super set up already. Like unless they're like already going on you, it's a kill. But otherwise, like if they're off doing other shit, I think what you're doing is fine. Go to the lane, that's good. Back to the jungle, it's fine. I walk over the lane here. Not even important to say. Actually, you could have stacked it for your SF, but I think that clearing this lane and like being here when the creeps at your tower, or pretty close after, is like more important than like finishing a camp, like almost ever.
Okay.
Just in terms of like preventing like pressure, because like what ends up happening is they like ult your tower. But you know, you guys like are here, so it's fine. But like if you're there already when your supports get there, right, you can like start the fight for them or something maybe,
Yeah.
depending. I have a hard time with that though. Like I always want to like finish the camp I'm doing, but a lot of times it's just like not worth. Like the camps are just like not. They're just actually not worth that much. Like it's worth doing if you're not doing anything else. But if there's like anything else to do, it's like kind of better than like farming the camp.
Right.
Kind of goes for carry and offlane, but you're like looking. It's like kind of awkward game. It's like Viper's just chilling up here. But honestly, this isn't that bad as long as your life stealing your S for free farming. So the game's like kind of weird for you, but it's like okay. Not a bad try. Yeah, here again, you're like kind of saving your Rubik. Just don't do that, right? As soon as the duel doesn't work here, and the Quap shows up, just like get the fuck out of here, you know? Just like run away. Or TP. Yeah, you're like turning around. You get out anyways, but you know. Common theme though. You care a lot about keeping your sport alive. It seems like.
Yeah.
Chilling. Team's coming to help us. You don't duel on me. This game's like impossible. Nice. Got the Omni. Oh, we're going. Oh, that disarm. What?
Yeah.
Does he have a halberd?
Yeah. Whoa. Oh no, that I was so
He's
confused.
got the
I was so
ags
confused.
already. That's
Is that
a
disarm?
hella fast ags. Yeah, it disarms. In a 500
Oh,
AoE
okay.
for 4 seconds. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I was so confused when that happened. I was like, does his axe disarm or something? I didn't know that they changed it to
Yeah,
that.
that's awkward as hell. That sucks. What can you do? I don't blame you for that, honestly. Like in a normal game, like. I mean, if you kill that guy, you're probably gonna die. You could have ran away and not tried to kill him, but I get like going for the kill and just like accepting that you're probably gonna die. But then like you couldn't because you were disarmed. But like, who expects that? Defending the tower. That's a little sus. Ooh, nice catch though. Very nice catch. Good use of the vision. Chilling. I like what you're doing, like playing this part of the map. Kind of a weird game because there's a brood. Like you can go against the brood, but if Lifestealer is fine, then you're like totally fine to do what you're doing.
Yeah,
just, like,
there's a
so
lot
in
of.
this part of the map.
It's not just this game. Sometimes I definitely spend like a lot of time top. Like like right now, I'm still top 17 minutes into the game, and I just like.
Yeah,
I don't know
mean,
if I should
think
leave.
it's correct. I wouldn't have done anything different than what you done this game. Like the only times you were leaving was when it was like dangerous, and I think that's good. You got your blink coming now, so like now I'd look for you to move, and you're getting the tower, which is like great.
Yeah.
Best of both worlds. So like now is when I would be looking to move for sure. Kind of kill anybody, I think. Go with this quant. Pretty hype. No, you're not going for it. Oh, you are going for it.
Yeah.
Nice. Good shit. That's a nice ward. Supports. Commend. Going back to jungling. I think I maybe would just walk top here, though. It's like really important, right? To just like keep this lane pushed out. And this jungle camp again like does not matter, right? You're not gonna die to like farming this wave, not with this vision. The fact that you just killed the Quap. So like it's definitely 100% better to just walk this wave right now.
Yeah. So sometimes what I try to do is like I try not to show myself on the map. I don't want the enemies to know where I'm at. I want them to kind of like I guess be scared to show in lane.
Yeah. No,
but
yeah,
But
for
I realize,
sure.
I feel like sometimes it does kind of grief myself because there was a time where I would spend so much time literally sitting in the trees next to a wave instead of farming it, and like I try to reduce that now though.
Well, I totally get what you're saying. Can you think of like a reason why like in this specific instance like that maybe doesn't apply?
Yeah, I mean my duel's on cooldown, so
yeah,
I should definitely just go.
You just use duel, so like whether they see you or not, they don't have to be afraid of you. So you might as well push out the wave. But otherwise, what you're saying can be correct for sure. Like it is very important on like heroes like Axe, LC, or whatever to like not show sometimes. So
Yeah.
I totally get what you're saying. Just there, you definitely should have gone to the wave because you didn't have duel anyways. Okay, you're kind of looking with your team, but yeah, this is really awkward because top is like not pushed in, you know.
Yeah.
And like nobody on your team except maybe Rubik wants to do that. Like SF can. Going for this guy again. That'd be scary.
No. Yeah. Viper was there, so I backed up, but
Yeah, the
Bop ends up
Viper.
blocking up here.
Ooh, nice. This is fine. This is fine, except the top wasn't pushed out. But luckily your team's doing it, and Quap's kind of suiciding up the hill. That's cool. We love that as LC. We take those.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're like fighting. Fardul's up. Not really, but yeah.
Yeah, I got caught right there.
Yeah, this is tough because your team's making a bad play, is what's happening here. Like, they're trying to kill a brood without you, with a lion and a lifestealer. I mean, I guess lifestealer's giga farmed, but without duel, well, you sort of contribute with a Q. I think. Does lion like smoke, or does he like just walk over there? He's got a blink.
Pretty sure he just walked up with his blink.
Interesting. Yeah, if you were like keyed in on this play and were there when it started, I think it could have been okay. Except for the fact Viper's apparently elsewhere. I don't know what's happening with these like replay bugs. Is Viper invis? Oh, there's an invis Viper. Well, that's rip. If you're like keyed on this play when it started, it would have been okay. But I think the fact that you weren't, yeah, I think you definitely. Well, they like hit you like right now. You do turn around and then you just die. Yeah, you're like hanging around. Yeah, if you'd been keyed in on that play to the start, I think it could have been okay to go for, considering you didn't see the Viper. Alternatively, there wasn't a lot else for you to do. I think at this point you could just farm, like knowing that you don't have duel. It's not a huge deal. I mean, it sucks that you died, but like I don't think you did anything like crazy wrong. So we'll just move past that.
Oh, I did buy back for this, and I ended up like not getting a duel. I don't die, but
Oh, so you bought back here.
yeah.
Yeah. Viper died and you didn't.
Yeah, we end up killing a good amount of them. I think it was worth.
Yeah, it was worth. That was worth. Unfortunately, your TP was long. Like, in terms of target prioritization, like, who would you want to duel, given the opportunity?
Well, Omni for sure.
All right, you passed the test.
Yeah, that was my goal, but since that TP took so long, I just went for Viper.
Yeah. As long as we're on the same page, you know. Just
Yeah.
just a little pop quiz. Alright, so we're going BKB. Seems legit. They're all dead. You're shoving out a wave. I like it. Got the regen. Going top. Lifestealers making space. Kind of like waiting to see if they'd walk up there.
Yeah.
I don't like this TP. Because, well, one, you TP'd on top of Serpent Ward, so, like,
Yeah.
that's not very sneaky. But, like, two, like, you guys just tried to defend this tower. You have Glyph. Your Lifestealer's dead. I don't know. Like, I don't feel good about defending this tower right now. That's just, like, my, like, sense of, like, what's going on. Does that, like, do you, like, feel differently? You guys feel, like, really strong right now?
Yeah, I think since we defended it once successfully, like there'd be no like there's no reason not to defend it again.
Yeah. Well, so I don't. Well, seriously, I guess I don't mind defending it. I just don't like TPing right now. Like nothing's happened yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't know I was TPing on top of the Serpent Wars. I think I did it like too quick, but
Right.
yeah, when I saw that, I was like, fuck, like now I can't surprise them.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a snap reaction from you, I think. Like, it's not that I don't want you to come down here and help. I would just rather you, like, shove in this lane one more time. Man, these replay bugs suck. It's, like, constantly. Yeah. I would just want you to, like, shove in this lane more. And then, like, not be on the map. Like, you're not on the map when you TP. But, like... I don't know. You like your life stealer's dead. You know, like nothing. Like either
Yeah,
they're gonna get this tower in the next 10 seconds, and any fight you take is gonna suck because your life stealer won't be there, or they're not gonna take it right away. Your team's gonna like slow them down, and then like life stealer's gonna be up, and then like if you TP in, you probably take a good fight again. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like this is like the bad gray area where like we're TPing in now we're just hoping that like they don't like team wipe us in the next like 10 seconds. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because like that's obviously what they want to do. Like they're here, they're pushing. Like if this brood was better positioned, like I'm pretty sure they could have just ran at you with like brood plus like quad blinking on you and like Omni backing them up. It looks like it's gonna work out. I don't like this duel at all. Is it gonna work? Does Omni not have his ult yet?
He already dropped it. He already dropped it.
What? When? Hold on. I'm just not paying attention then. I know he did use it the last fight. It's just not up yet. It's just a hell long cooldown. Okay. Did you ever read on that? That it wasn't up yet?
Oh no, I thought he dropped it right there.
No, no.
Did he not?
It's just on cooldown from last time. It's a 160-second cooldown. It's got 34 seconds left. So he last used it like 2 minutes ago.
Play it? I swear he uses it there.
He definitely did not. They used the Wraith Pact. They used the pipe from Brood. Or
Okay.
yeah. Okay, well. I guess there's a little bit of luck. We take that. We take that. I didn't realize the level 1 Omni ulti was so long, though. I was like, this duel sucks because Omni's just going to ulti. And then, like, literally wasn't on cooldown. Alright. Well, it worked out. I think that could have been punished, though. That's why I like looking at these replays. Because I think that TP was honestly a mistake when you did it. And if you cleared this wave first, and then this tower's still alive, like, then making that same TP with Lifestealer respawning in, like, 2 seconds is, like, way better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if the tower had died because you didn't come, but Lifestealer was still dead, it's like, so be it, you know? It's like they took advantage of, like, a good timing and killing your carry. Ooh. Wow, you're greedy.
Yeah, I thought I was being slick right there, but didn't reach him.
That wouldn't have worked anyways because Omni would have walked over and ulted. Because he still hasn't done it yet. But it's okay. Alright, alright. And we're having a good game. So, like, I don't mind you kind of, like, going for plays like that. Because if you, like, just catch him out, like, once or twice, like, the game, like, really starts to snowball. Pushing out the lane. Yeah, I would probably, like, try and use my mana to clear this a little bit faster so that I can, like, get off the map. Kind of like what you were saying earlier. And then, if you're doing that, you'll probably just need to fly some clarities. But if you just, like, you don't have to use both spells, you can. But if, like, you just use one of your 2 spells to, like, clear that, like, just 3 seconds faster, right? It can make a big difference. Like, it can be the difference between, like, getting a TP bottom when you see, like, a brood showing or not, right?
Right.
Things like that. So it's okay. Like, if you are going to show on waves with duel up, right, and you want to be off map, like, just try and do it fast. It's okay to use mana. I don't really like your positioning here. Like, if you're going to hang out looking, like, hoping for a duel, right? These bugs are so annoying. Like, like, your team is, like, here, right? So if they see you, they see you. And if they don't, then you'd much rather be, like, right here, you know? Because then you can, like, jump on anybody coming this way or anybody coming from the lane. You're kind of, like, hanging in, like, the least likely spot for this to be useful, you know? Like, yes, if somebody stands right here, you'll get them, but, like, you would also get them if you were standing, like, here. And that would give you access to, like, way more area or, like, time to, like, connect over to the other side. Not a huge deal, but can matter. It's some situations it can matter. Okay, so now we're clearing it with mana. Yeah, I think there I wouldn't have shown. Like, I would have just queued it maybe, but I wouldn't have shown my hero. Just gives a lot of information. Alright, we're tipping back. We like spiders. Oh, that's unfortunate. Got our BKB though. We're flying mangoes. I usually fly clarities at this point.
Yeah, I used to strictly get like clarities, but I got tired of like, because I'd always try to I'm always looking for a duel, and I feel like a lot of times I just waste a lot of my clarity's value because it'd get canceled obviously once I duel.
Right. Yeah. It's not a huge deal. Okay, so we're showing the wave again, but we are like pressuring this wave. I think this is walking up a little far, like especially given the map is so dark. We got Aegis, right? So we're pretty strong. The one thing that could go wrong in this scenario is like a fight starting when you guys aren't all together and them getting some pickoffs that they like definitely shouldn't be getting. You know what I mean?
Mm, yeah.
So like shoving in this last wave, I think is like kind of okay, right? We see Viper top. Your team's like kind of pushing out mid. Like nothing's happening yet for sure. But then here, you've pushed in bottom a lot. Your team is now like pushed out mid. Like you guys want to do something. Like whether it's just like be together to walk down a lane, or like smoke and go somewhere together as a team. So I think this is like just like one wave too many, which is like an extra like 15 seconds, right? Like there's a
Yeah.
lot of time where you guys could like be making a play right now that they wouldn't be able to read. Like waiting for somebody to come to this lane when you just showed here is like are they really gonna do that?
Hmm.
Like not unless they're really bad. So, um, I mean maybe Brood is really bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it worked. Wow, that pipe. Pog. Holy moly. Well, we got the kill. Yeah, we waited long enough, I guess. But, like...
Yeah, that's the thing. Like sometimes I'll find people, but it's like I wasted so much time for it.
Yeah, well, and a
What I feel
common
like.
thing to happen here is, like, you get this kill, but instead of your team killing, like, the Quap and the Shaman, like, the Viper, Shaman, Omni, Quap, like, wipe your team mid while this is happening. Like, that's what will happen. Especially against better players.
Right.
And it's just because you were split up too long. You guys kind of got the lucky end of it both ways by getting the kills mid and then getting the kills bottom. And yeah, here like this tower, you pushing this tower by yourself is like not a thing, not a thing. So like what I'd be doing here is like probably TPing mid, pushing it out, and then connecting to my team top, and then like your duel will be back up and you'll be together. So like you're not caring enough about being grouped up with your team right now. Like this phase in the game, like you have Aegis, you're strong. It's like kind of like the middle game now. Like the only thing that matters post like 25 minutes is taking fights is 5. And you know, it doesn't matter right this second, right? I'm not saying you need to be here now because they've got 3 dead. But you're not going to get this tower. And even if you do, it doesn't matter. It's not an important objective. Your mid needs to be pushed out for sure. It's not really about saving the tower, just more about the vision being up here. And then you want to be with your team in about 20 seconds. Right? They're going to be up.
Yeah.
Your duel's going to be up. And you want to be able to fight them and crush them if they try and fight you. Right? Don't we want map control here and take this tower and take this area in the next like 30 seconds? It's like a
Yeah, no, for
100%.
sure. Yeah. Yeah. I usually do try to go for like top and mid.
Yep.
I don't really care too much about bottom, but definitely spend too much time here.
Yeah, this is really bad. Because what they'll do if you're doing this shit, like, in like immortal, they would just kill you because you're showing literally on 2 opposite sides of the map at the same time. So like either you're dead or your team's dead here, like in a better game, like 100%. Because they're respawning, right? This Quap's literally respawning as you're hitting the tower. Like this Viper stands right here and the Omni's with him, and they just kill you. And Quap can TP in to clean you up if she needs to. Like, they literally see your heroes over here. So, like, this is psycho what you're doing, right? Just because of the information they have.
Yeah.
Like, just, like, watch from their perspective, though. Like, legit, let's just watch this from Viper's perspective. So, like, he ships out mid, which we still can't see because of the replay bugs. He sees 2 heroes top, and he sees you bottom. And he still sees you bottom. He needs to be, like... If he was faster, like, he'd be going on you, like, right now. Like, hard going on you. Yeah, he kind of, like... I don't know what he's doing. Like, he's, like, acting like he's afraid of you. But you're literally alone with, like, a lion. So, like, if this Viper's better and he's a little bit faster, like, he just goes on you while you're under his tower. And it's, like, the easiest kill for them to get ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially like with another hero like coming in. Maybe Viper Omni don't like kill you because they don't have a disable and you kind of like purge all Viper shit. But like best case scenario like in Immortal, like they are forcing you to like BKB, right? Like you're just forced to like
Yeah.
BKB, maybe lose health, whatever. So big deal, big deal actually. Propensity to like hang around and not connect with your team. It's like the not connecting with your team part that concerns me. Like now you're jungling, you're still not connecting with your team. Like neither is this lion. I don't know. Like this lion doesn't even have a TP. Oh, is he TPing right now? It's hard to tell. But like you definitely need to not still be down here. Like Legion is a pick off hero, but like there's the times when you go for pickoffs is when like you're not like just controlling the entire map, or it's like if you already have good control of the map and then you're down here looking to solo pick off like somebody else, right? You guys don't have good control of the map. Like you're ahead, but your map control, like your map's kind of dark, right? Like you need to be together so that this shit doesn't happen. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand.
Okay, because this is like stuff where what rank are you?
Ancient
Ancient
4.
4. Yeah, so you're like borderline getting into divine. Like your team is playing correctly, except for the lion. Like they're up here, pushing this in, controlling the map. Nobody's pushing in mid, which like honestly it's hard to do with only 3 heroes, right? They can't like control this whole area with only 3 heroes. So like it's part of why you want to be in this area is to like push out mid. You're a 4th hero. But like they're playing correctly and controlling this area, and the only reason this is like would work is if you're all together. So like just macro wise of like the whole concept of how you play the game at this phase is all about being together as 5, or like having really good information such that you can split up and like your team's not just gonna like feed to like a 5-man smoke, right? Because you don't have
Right.
the information here to be playing the way you're playing, and they just take advantage of it finally by killing your SF twice. Yeah, rough duel. Kind of not a good fight to be taking anyways. Wow, it's like almost working because you guys are so far ahead, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, that fight itself was like kind of okay. You guys are just way ahead, but it was all the stuff before that is like what you should really take away. Watch a little bit more. This game will end soon, so we'll just watch the end of this game and then go on to the next one. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Oh, that's a rip. What happened here? They just respawned the shaman, and it's a 2v3, and they're at full resources and you are not. This is just like a little over-aggressive from you guys. You just have to respect, right? Especially if they were to like buy back somebody. I mean, you're just easily dying here, but you just don't have the health and mana to do this. And like, right, top lane's not pushed in. Like, there's stuff for you to do. Push in top. Definitely don't need to go bottom or anything, but right, push in top. Not die until your team respawns, right? It's kind of what we want to be going for here. Like, Joe tries to save you, crazy guy. Supposed to buy. Be an interesting decision. What would I buy here? I'm gonna go. I feel like you can kind of go anything. There's not like a specific item you need.
Yeah, normally I usually go like AC, but
Mm-hmm.
lately I've been actually buying Basher and or Ags to get faster duels.
Interesting. Yeah, Basher, I don't care for on LC. I never buy Basher. Um, what I buy if I want more damage is I'll go like crit. I've seen crit be pretty strong. You're like or Deso, depending on depending on the matchups. You can kind of go Deso. Not particularly good against Omni, although I guess crit isn't either. It's good against Quap and Shaman, but yeah, something like a Silver Edge or like Shadow Blade into like Silver Edge could be good. Or AC would have been fine. Basher's interesting. I don't know. I just never go Basher. So like
Yeah, my thinking behind it is like I always hate that like after my duel I feel kind of useless. Like I can't really catch heroes. So, with Basher, I could hold him down for a little bit.
Right. Yeah, interesting thought process. I don't hate it. I kind of get it. I don't think it's like really bad or anything. AoE, very nice. Yeah, they're just like fighting you outside of their base, which is like dumb. Um, right? I mean, you respawned, walked mid, went on the brood. It's a little sketch because we like didn't see them all and our team wasn't here, but kind of both sides didn't play it great, and that just like favors you guys because it ended up being a long drawn out fight mid, and you guys are like up 7k. So their Viper was just like literally AFK. Yeah, this kind of actually. What information do we have when we went on this guy? No, we didn't even see the Viper. So this is like kind of a crazy play, especially with Omni sitting behind him.
Yeah.
And like we didn't know where their carry was, right? He could have been there. He could have been there anyways because he has bots. But like, yeah, I think if they're playing better, like they actually just kind of kill you here, just because you guys aren't all together. Your SF's dead, right? Like, what should they be doing here? They should be grouped up trying to get map control. You know, they're not. So you kind of get to like do this whole fight sequence, but what would I have done instead though when we respawn? That's important. Yeah, you TP mid. Yeah, I feel like I would have just like walked top or something. Just kind of chill, you know? Like you don't need to take this farm right now. You know what I mean? Like this isn't important. Like your Rubik was already standing here.
Yeah.
And like they're all about to be up and you don't see them and our SF's still dead. So you're like just putting yourself in vision of the enemy while they're at advantage, saying like, hey, what are you gonna do about it? You know?
Yeah.
That's what you're doing. This is like kind of psycho actually, now that I think about it. We just like walk top and chill until SF was up, would have been totally fine. And then this whole thing probably would have happened anyways. Except that they wouldn't have had the opportunity to like punish you, which they just didn't take in this game. Alright, let's go to the next game, yeah?
All right, that's fine.
Is there any other questions you wanted to ask about this game?
No, I think that a lot of the laning phase review answered some of my questions, or most
Cool,
of
yeah,
them.
yeah. Yeah, and I mean, overall in the lane, you did pretty good. Just like, you can use your Q a little bit more, and then, you know, don't save your support, and don't, like, just don't try and play like it's an even matchup in these, like, really hard ones. Just, like, kind of play defensive and, like, differential, like, the entire lane, unless they're being, like, really dumb, you know? And then, of
Yeah.
course, you can, like, that's when you want to, like, look to, like, take good trades, but doesn't always happen, right? You can't force that shit to happen. Just, like, if it doesn't happen, then you're just playing defensive and chilling.
Right.
Okay, so this other game, I already
Yeah,
did
this other
that.
game I just got done with, and I felt like that one. This one like for me was good. I feel like I stomped the game.
This game, right? With the
Yeah.
LC? Yeah, yeah. Let's check it out. I'm gonna just copy the videos that I talked about last time into our Discord channel for you. Where's the other one? Okay, here we go. Yeah, I've got a couple offlane videos with Legion Commander specifically. I like the hero, so I'll send you one more. Not that we didn't talk about this third one, but could still be hopeful. Or not. Don't watch it. I don't care.
I'll definitely be watching more. I want to get past the 4.3 wall that I'm at right now.
For sure, man. That divine wall, it's there. It's real. Okay, so this game against a life stealer, really hard lane. I'm gonna win lace again. Okay. All right. Oh, what's happening? Oh, we're good. Yeah, this is another lane where I'd rush phase boots. Like, do you... What is your opinion of the Lifestealer LC matchup?
It's not favorable, but not as bad as like Ursa or Monkey King. I think a lot of life stealers tend to play like pretty aggressive against me, which is like not wrong, but I feel like I usually tend to have not that bad of lane against them because I've played against a lot of life stealers,
Okay.
you know.
We'll see how this goes. My opinion, life, like, in the first, like, 2 to 3 levels, like, you can do fine. Like, he doesn't, like, own you from level 1. But when he hits, like, level, like, 4 or 5, it becomes kind of unplayable, especially if he, like, is good and, like, just rushes face boots, and maybe an Orb of Venom. Like, you really cannot out-trade him at all, in my experience, eventually.
Yeah,
So, like, my thought usually would be to, like, um, yeah, I mean, Bracer, it's like maybe it's good, maybe it's not. Again, I might just start, like, branches to, like, go into Wand, because it's, like, all stats instead of, just strength.
yeah. I didn't get the circling in the beginning this game because our support didn't pick in like we're losing gold,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I couldn't. I couldn't afford it.
It's too bad. Here, this is, like, you can, you can just, like, prep this other creep. Or maybe you thought it was
Yeah,
going to kill it.
yeah. I thought it was gonna kill that one.
Okay. Yeah, but you just, like,
Yeah, it
hit
was.
first and then Q the whole thing, and then, like, it definitely dies, but... Cool. Mangoes, Bracer, yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Okay. That's good. I like the aggro you're doing right here. It's like very good. It's good. Yeah, I would have walked away a little bit sooner, but it's not a huge deal. Just to, like, make sure the Dazzle can't, like, fuck with me, which is exactly what he did, and then you missed the CS, even though he didn't, like, deny it. But otherwise, we're doing very good. We're not, like, engaging the lifestealer directly, which is important. So you're, like, focusing on CSing, which I really like. I'm gonna try and help this guy. Just trying to Q. Yeah, that was bad, just because of what's happening in the lane. Like,
Yeah,
he's got, like, a bunch of creeps coming at you, and right, this guy's, like, you're not gonna, like, catch him and, like, kill him, you know?
yeah. The
Like,
reason I went with that way is because Ruben kept pinging him, so I was like, all right, I'll go. Normally, I would not leave that lane.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Don't get baited by that shit, because you missed 2 creeps. I mean, you missed you missed 1 creep.
Yeah, I literally threw down my Q and I told him I believe in you, and then I just went back to lane, and they went to go
Yeah,
chase him.
you just, like, wasted mana though.
Yeah,
I mean, if you think it's good, it's one thing, but if you're just doing it because your support's, like, asking you and you, like, think it's dumb to start with, then I, like, definitely would not be trying to do it.
yeah,
All right, so this is what I'm talking about with the whole trading thing, right? You can't really trade with them now that we're, like, level 4. And it's okay that you didn't earlier. Like, you don't, like, it's, like, really hard to, like, crush the lifestealer out of lane, like, early, especially with, like, a weak support like Rubik. Like, here, I wouldn't be hitting him back. I'd just be running away. Because, like, you just don't win the trade. Like, the more you trade, the more you lose. So it's just better
yeah,
to stop trading as soon as possible rather than, like, try and hit him. Which is, LC is, like, weird because usually you do want to hit them back with Moment of Courage. But, like, with Lifestealer, it, like, literally doesn't matter. And that's exactly what it looks like. He just hits you and your life sucks. Support's being a Chad, sapping all of our XP. Yeah, this trade just doesn't work. So just, like, you just can't do this, right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you're at a little over half HP, and then you initiate this trade, right? Like, you didn't have to do this. And it's just about knowing the matchup. So like you kind of said like, oh, like I do okay against lifestealers, right? But like this is how the matchup goes, unless they're
Yeah.
like totally trash. Like you can't prevent this from happening. He didn't do anything fancy. He just hit you back, and he's got fucking phase boots and like these 0-2-2 and like there's nothing you can do, you know.
Yeah.
So just like you're an LC player, so you need to know this. Just add this into your like matchup knowledge bank of like, don't trade with lifestealer. Don't trade with lifestealer. Ever.
Okay.
That's why I usually like want to like the win lace is okay. The boots first are good. Like I am okay with this and this because the whole point is you run away when he hits you and you just otherwise don't engage him. The bracers for trading, you don't want to trade this guy anyways. It's like why get a bracer, right?
Right.
Phase boots obviously gonna help you get away. You're gonna want phase boots later anyways. You don't need the wand right away. Like this lane, you don't really need a wand, so like kind of okay with your item build. Like the extra mangoes were fine. It's just like if you know the matchup really well, you won't do dumb shit like that, right? And just lose all your HP for no reason. And that's the kind of stuff that you just have to like consistently do better if you want to gain rank, right? Like you don't have to be perfect at it. Nobody's, even 9K players fuck things up sometimes, but like they know the matchups and they know what they should not be doing, and then they just never make dumb mistakes,
Yeah.
And, for every matchup is different. Like there might be a matchup where you do trade really well, and then the other guy like doesn't respect it, and then like you just take really good trades for no reason just because the guy doesn't like know what he's doing. But yeah, that matchup knowledge becomes just more and more important. I mean, honestly, your MMR is about the level you can get to when you like don't think about matchups. And like I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying like I was about your rank, and like I didn't like care about matchups. And this was a while ago, so like when I was like Ancient 4, I was worse than you are now when you're Ancient 4. But like I like didn't really do anything different in different matchups. I just like played my hero and I played the lane kind of the same way every time. And like sometimes it went fine, and sometimes it just get crushed because like I wasn't adjusting to the matchup and I was just doing the same thing I would always do against heroes that you just can't do it against. So it's just really important for you to build the knowledge. Hopefully this is helping, and just have like a really good idea of like what your hero is good against and like what he can do, what he can't. Because that's what high MMR players abuse to like get edges in lanes. It's like they know the intricacies. So like I'd be aggroing here just because like this guy could just walk up and hit you right now. Well, no, he's half HP actually. Never mind. If he wasn't low, then he could just walk up and hit you. And yeah, even when he's half HP with Dazzle right there, he can just kind of walk up and hit you.
Yeah.
Using mana. Very nice. Cool. Playing the Blade Mail first again. Seems fine. Kind of like the idea of Blade Mail first. Alright, we're doing this guy off the creep wave a little bit. So, in this scenario, like, moving forward for the next, like, 4 minutes, like, you're doing alright. You definitely didn't get crushed. Which is good. Like this is like sort of a counter matchup, and your CS is good, right? Basically, you did good. You did as good as you could be expected to do, given your lane. So, like, how should you play it from here, just knowing that you're still in a counter matchup?
Right here, I would just like shove the lane, and I'm focusing on getting my blade mail.
Yeah. So, like, minimizing interaction with this lifestealer and like trying to be super efficient is what I am thinking you should be doing right here. So the Rubik pull, this is double stacks, that's good. I want you to, shove this out. Yeah.
Right here, about closer to toward the end of the XP range.
Yeah. What you're doing is perfect. Shove it out, using the nuke to secure some creeps. I don't care about this lifestealer at all, though. Like, chasing this guy is like, who cares, Just, like, get these creeps that are right here. Right? Shove this lane into his tower, and then... Well, it's Rubik block the camp, but like then you just go farm the next camp, right? Like just be super efficient here. Minimize the interaction. These creeps don't matter. There's a wave here, Bo, that you are missing.
True. So actually, I kept farming this wave because I wanted a neutral item. which I do get on the last one, luckily.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We like neutral items, but right, the whole point is just like it's not that like farming this camp was bad. It actually is
It was,
good.
yeah.
You just needed to farm the wave first and not chase this guy. If you do this in the exact opposite order, where you just kill the wave first and then go farm this camp, that's like some like 7K, 8K Dota shit. And doing it in the order you did it is just dumb.
Okay.
Because the
Understandable.
lifestealer was like over here where you were, and there was a like free wave right here, and then you missed
Yeah.
like 3 other creeps or something, and the guy just gotta like walk back over the lane and like farm it after you would like kind of zone him away. Okay. Yeah, it's good. There's no camps to farm, so it's kind of fine. Oh, you're like blocking your own camp? No, you're just chilling. Like trying to get this dazzle. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I told my Rubik, let's kill the Dazzle.
Nice. Yeah. Right. Like even with Rubik hitting this guy, he like goes even with you. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he just
I literally, that was a mad fight right there. Like,
now you know. Now you know for next time. You're just like don't hit the light, right? Just hit this creep and hit this creep and let him hit you and then like walk away. You know?
okay.
Like
Yeah.
why not? Who cares? With this guy like hits you twice, like I don't care. Right? Just get the CS, right? Kill him in the
Yeah.
CS. This trade is dumb. So yeah, you'll know for next time. I'll stop harping on it just because it's the same mistake over and over, so you'll know next time. I think his dive is super sus. Wow, that worked out. Where is their SF? Man, that SF could have like killed you both, I think, but that's okay. Oh. Alright, what are we doing now? Walking base? Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
Alright, alright. Nice blade mail. TP top. It's alright. Probably would just farmed a camp here. Like you can't pressure this tower unless lifestealer's like not here. So, like definitely just go farm a camp here, right? This is like kind of even though you have your blade mail, like, do you kill the lifestealer with just because you have blade mail now?
Usually I do try to play more aggressive when I have Blade Mail to try to like, at least take the tower. Especially right now, like I'm thinking like, okay, it's 12 minutes into the game. There's barely any damage on top tower. I got my Blade Mail, so if I take a duel with Lifestealer, like I don't know, it just depends on like who's there, but I do think that I can win the duel with Blade Mail.
Right, but if you just walk up to the tower like this, like is he gonna let you duel him with 2 allies standing behind him?
No.
Right, like if you just walk to the tower, like you're not getting a good duel in this situation. So like if you farm the camp, if your supports aren't here, you just farm the camp, right? You chill. If your supports are coming, you just farm the camp, and then like you walk up this way, and if anybody steps out of position, then you get your duel, right? But you're not getting your duel by walking here. You'd have to walk around anyways, and you could like farm the camp first. I guess that's what I'm saying. Like I don't want you to not like be aggressive up here. Like you got your supports, you have your blade mail. I just want you to like go about it differently. This is like kind of just like I'm gonna stand in front of you. Okay, well, I guess if his dazzle wants to stand in range of you, that's pretty cool. Hey, maybe sometimes it works. Maybe sometimes your dazzle just fucking stands there. Oh, there's the SF.
Yeah, here I just end up TPing out.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Reasonable TP, I think. Reasonable TP. So your duel's gonna be up. You're gonna run top again. That's alright. I would just consider doing something different here than running top. Like obviously you don't have TP, you have to run somewhere. But like the lifestealer is still gonna be here. And then it's you can run it back, right? If your supports like come back with you, you can do the same thing again. But you could also like go look for a play somewhere else. Like Like my Drow's been free farming bottom. Like maybe there's a duel to find down there. And then if you don't find anything, you can like kind of TP back top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to TP away from top. Like TPing to base is one thing, right? But you don't want to just be up here and then like TP bottom. Because then like you're never coming back.
Yeah.
So I get wanting to pressure the tower. I'm just thinking if Lifestealer's here, this just doesn't happen. Unless you guys bring like all your heroes like you just did. Yeah, so like with my A sitting mid, like I don't know. If I was his Lifestealer, I would not be that afraid here. Right? What does this guy have? Well, this guy's going a super sus build. If the guy was just going armlet and had the Helm of Iron Will, right? Like you just never kill him. I think. Like he just sits there. And like, especially if he sees your team, right? I mean, if he doesn't see anybody in your team, he has to be careful, obviously. But like, if he had a good item build with good information, like, he would just be not letting you do this. Because he's only like, he's the same level as you. Yeah, like, you definitely still cannot like bully this guy away as long as he's got the information that like your whole team's not behind you. But, you know, we get the tower. Cool. All things considered, that's good. I just don't think an immortal player would let you do that. That's okay. I guess we can worry about that when you get to immortal, right? And you'd be like, what should I have done? Alright, we're TPing. Oh, we got our blink. Nice duel. Cool. Nothing to say there. All good. Oh, you died? That's unfortunate. What killed you?
Right, exactly. I know I didn't get the dual damage on that one for sure. Yeah, Dazzle saved
Oh,
him
because
on
the
that
grave.
one,
Oh, he actually
yeah.
killed you, but then he died. Or no, you
Yeah.
killed him. Oh,
we killed each other.
Yeah.
His ult.
Alright, so we're running top. We don't have a TP. That's alright. Okay, this is fine, this is fine. We're just putting ourselves on the same part of the map as our Drow. Nice. Good pick off. I like that you like walked mid there instead of walking top. I really like that. The lane will be available for Drow if they push it in for her, and you had like everything up, so it's good to like hunt a little bit. I really like the way you're playing here, actually. Like not taking the Drow's farm, basically, because
Yeah, once I see my position one go top, like triangle, I just try to like leave the lane for them.
Yeah. So the one thing you can do, right, is you still want to like connect and like make plays with the duel, right? So like you want to connect to like your mid. So like the fact that your mid and Rubik are up here leads me to like want to like run top now. Like I kind of like that you came bottom, right? If anybody showed up, you could like threaten. Nobody's here. Mid is gonna be pushed out slowly by this AA, right? You could walk by, nuke it, and then like run top and like be happy to like duel somebody up here, you know?
Yeah.
Given that you have like no other information or vision. Like continuing to jungle. It's okay. What is happening? Hold on. That's weird. Like, we're not near an item, right? We're not near an item. We've got everything. You know, jungling and then showing on a wave is like, you know, this feels bad. Like, I definitely want to be running around with my Void Spirit right now. I think what you're doing is like really weird. Granted, what that Dazzle is doing is weirder. Running down the river alone.
Yeah, that was lucky. That was definitely lucky because I was thinking like go towards my team more because I saw them going to the triangle, but then I just saw Dazzle right there, so I was like, why not?
Yeah, so this is the same mistake you were making last game. It's just way earlier in the game. But it's the same mistake, right? You're ready to go. You don't need to be farming right now. Like, okay, let's try and break this down a little bit more because it's like some people might think it's weird to say like, oh, I like that you walked over here and farmed this camp away from Drow. But like, let's think about it, right? There's a Lifestealer bottom. We're not really solo killing him yet. We need a little bit more dual damage, probably another item. Granted, because he doesn't have armlet, you actually could solo kill this guy, I'm pretty sure. Because he's only got, well...
Yeah, I think without armlet and 48 damage this early, I think it is possible.
It's close. It's close. Maybe if you like nuke first. It's tough. But, you know, it's not like a good dual target, Your team just TP top, so they like are possibly looking to make a play top. Like I don't need you to TP top right now and follow them, right? There might not be anything there. I want you to walk towards it. I want you to like what you did was good, and then adjust to what your team did,
Okay.
right? They looked to go play aggressively top, so like kind of just sweep back towards them, right? Toss a Q down mid. Don't show, right? We've got everything. Or like if somebody on their team shows, maybe we go on them. But don't sit here in jungle when you've got everything up and you're not close to an item. This is just like kind of griefing your own game.
Hmm.
It's like griefing your team actually, and it's doing nothing. It's doing nothing for your own game, and it's like kind of griefing your team. Like this is the exact scenario where they take a 5-on-4 mid and like wipe your team right now, and you're not there. This will happen. I'm sure it does happen to you based on what I'm watching. Like it's not happening this game, but like you're giving openings to their team to like own your team because you're just kind of like jungling, kind of for no reason, or just not connecting as it was last game. Yeah, running up to this tower. I'm a little surprised here. Yeah, this is just unlucky. SF had Shadowblade. I don't really blame you for that. Like we saw Enigma top and we killed Dazzle, and like we just like they just like fought somebody in the triangle a little bit. So I was not expecting that. I don't blame you for that. Enigma's top. Probably keep you there. Well, we don't have to. Drow's here. Okay, UTP outpost.
Yeah, I was hoping that Sancho was gonna try to ward right there.
I don't mind this too much. I don't mind this. You guys can go on this guy. Nice. Very cool. Good play. Good play. With a +1. I didn't mean to rewind there. With a +1, you for sure get that kill. And it was kind of close though, right? Like that guy used
Yeah, no,
everything,
it
was
was
still
good.
kind of close. So
Yeah, I was talking to Void right there, and I was like, I don't know if we can get this, but he was like, yeah, let's go, let's go,
yeah. No,
and it
good
worked
play. Good
out.
play. I don't mind you hitting creeps right now. We're waiting for Duel to come back up, and we're still near our team. This is good. This is good shit. Good smoke. I like this wrap too. It's very nice. Very nice. Okay, so we don't have duel. Hanging around. I like that you're like kind of trying to back off here. I don't know what your
Yeah.
team's doing. Your team's kind of psycho. I think how you played that was really good. I would TP top here, like right now. Yeah, because the Void Spirit eventually does it. Somebody should have done it. I think it should have been you. Like this guy just doesn't have mana. This guy needs to go to base. You could have just flung yourself out 2 clarities to TP top, farm your BKB, 100%. Right, it's okay that you like hung around given what your team was doing. Totally get it. Like I said, I like how you play this. And as soon as it was like over, you gotta look at the map. Like, what do I do right now?
Okay.
Like the alternative is walking bottom. Like, you either need to walk to bottom lane or you need to TP top lane. And there's like anything else is bad. Like, if you look at the map, do you like see what I'm saying? Do you agree?
No, yeah, 100% agree that like I should have walked bottom or gone top. I probably would just walk bottom and leave Void Spirit to farm top if you wanted.
Yeah. I mean, if you're aware and you're thinking about these decisions, then you'll know to check. You're like, well, can this guy go farm a lane right now? Not really.
Yeah, I
If he
think what
wants,
I'll
he can like walk bottom and clear it and then TP base. But like, you're really the only one that wants to like TP somewhere and then like continue to be on the map.
yeah, I think I'm pretty sure what I was thinking right here was my duel's about to come up and I want to see if somebody oversteps.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it works out for sure. It was like a heads-up duel. I wouldn't have thought to do that, honestly. I've just been more concerned about the lanes. But, yeah, it worked out. I think, like, against better opponents who, like, aren't feeding like the Dazzle is, like, I think the expected value of what you did is just low. Like, that's usually not going to work. And that lane
Yeah.
needed to be pushed out, you know? Like, on average, pushing out that lane is going to give you and your team, like, better chances and all that jazz then and I think you agree,
Yeah,
so.
for sure. I think definitely one thing that why I'm so like successful with LC and at least climbing to 4.3 is like I take advantage of people making wrong plays, but it kind
Mm-hmm.
of eventually griefs, me trying to climb higher MMR where people don't make as many mistakes because, like I
Exactly.
said, I sit in the trees and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and at higher MMR, people aren't just gonna, overstep and give me a free duel, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Well, and you have to force them to, right? You have to be fast and TP and shut this lane out, and then stop showing and let them like deal with the lanes and like give you the information you need to then find like the next pick off versus them just
Right.
like versus their dazzle again just walking mid like alone with like no vision of where you are.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like that dazzle's just a psycho. So you guys are pushing, trade pushing. It's like alright. They got your tower pretty quick. It's a little
Yeah, yeah,
sketchy
we,
with
we
the
try to
trade
trade it,
time.
but they glyphed and
Yeah, yeah.
auto melted.
Alright, you're backing out. At least you're not forcing it. I think that's correct. Unless you had like a ward. Like you guys could have tried to fight them, but you would have needed like a ward like right here to like give you really good vision or something. So I think backing out's correct here. Very nice. Punish the overextension. The SF is just bad. Um, good shit. Oh my god. They want some more. What are they doing? Oh man,
Yeah,
that's funny.
that's typically why I stay around because I'm like, I know they think that we're gonna run away or something, so they'll overstep. But yeah, I think in higher MMR you know they won't do that.
Well, you'd like to think that. Sometimes they still do.
It still happens. Oh, okay.
You're getting the Roche, very nice. Um, Maybe you could have like looked to like go on somebody that you saw here. You had a bunch of information like right here, right?
Yeah,
Maybe walk away early, but I like finishing the Roche and just securing a for sure thing. So kind
yeah.
of like what you did. Void Spirit mid died, is what it is. So you're gonna let Drow push out top. I was gonna say the other play would be to run bottom right now. Nice. What the hell? Where did your damage go?
Oh, he has a basher now, so he ended up
Oh,
just
he bashed
stunning me.
you.
Yeah.
I see. I see. Got the kill. Nice TP in from Drought. I like that the idea though. Like, let your team push in the other lanes. You go like look for a kill bottom on the ward vision. It's good.
Yeah.
All right. So the only thing that matters here is how we all connect. Like Void Spirit cleared top, you're clearing mid, which I think is good. All right, you're running towards your team. This is good. Your Void Spirit's not here, is here, which is the problem. Um, I definitely would not be doing this. Like in this situation, like the only thing you need to do is like sit behind Drow, right? And just press the attack him if and when they go on him and be ready to like kind of counter initiate almost. Because like if you're here, like I mean, granted, Enigma can't just black hole you because you have a Rubik, but I don't know. They get like whatever setup they want, right? This SF has a Shadow Blade, remember? Like you just get Shadow Blade ulted by this SF for showing here, like 100%. Not every time, but like he could, right?
Yeah.
That would suck. You would just insta die. So yeah, don't put yourself in danger if you've got like a tower hitter. I think it's kind of crazy. It's funny you're not using your arcane ring. You forgot about it. Clear yourself out of mango. Like here it's fine because you like saw them and they obviously were going on you. So like it's like a little different, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Void Spirit TP top, that's fine. We want to take that outpost. I'm looking for a little pick off. Drowse, or no, who's bottom? Oh, your Rubik. Yeah, this is tough. This is actually just your support's not playing well. It's actually fine that your Rubik went and did this, but does your AA have wards? No, it doesn't. Your Rubik has wards. Nobody has wards. You guys are going out of wards. Just have no wards. Well, that sucks. Ideally, you get a ward up here, and you take the outpost, and you clear mid, if they show, you kill them. Otherwise, you just clear it, and then your voice spirit pushes in top, and then you just control this whole area and take top, and then like proceed to like play from there. But without the ward vision and with your Rubik feeding, it's like kind of awkward. It just makes it awkward. At least you don't like run all the way up there. Yeah, so here clearing mid would have been the correct play though.
Okay.
Like when you didn't find anybody, you know, you're like looking, you don't get SF. Like just walk mid and clear it, right? There's a wave here.
Yeah.
Your team needs to push in. Really important to keep this wave pushed in. Like in this situation, this wave being pushed in is the difference between them out farming you and you out farming them. Because if they have somebody on their team, right, who coming from this way, like silencer or whatever, one nuke on this wave pushes it in, they have this whole area to farm, and plus they farmed mid. So they're literally out farming you if they get to push this in, even though you're ahead. Yeah. Or, well, you're not way ahead. Oh yeah, you are. You have Aegis. It's like not showing because it's the smoke thing, right? Versus if you push this in and this is up here, they can't farm this. They feel scared as shit to farm down here. Or this is like all they get, right? This is all they get for like 5 heroes. And if they show mid, they like die.
Yeah.
So really, really important to keep this mid pushed in. Again, you find this Dazzle.
Yeah, he was feeding me a lot of duel.
He is. That's funny. I mean, obviously it makes it worth it, but pushing in mid is the better play there for sure. You push in mid, and then you just like do it exactly what you did. Like push in mid, you hang out here, you go on them if they're here. If they're not, you push in mid again, right? And maybe just queue because the wave will meet like here. You just queue it from a distance, right? You don't like walk up and like hit it here, and then they like push it out to like here, and then like you clear it here, and then you're keeping mid pushed in while your team's taking the top tower, and you can go connect if they start a fight with your team. It's pretty hard to get that right, but if you do get it right, the counterplay they have is so little. Like it's so little. It's so hard for them to play. Actually, let's just go back and watch this from their perspective real quick, because like maybe we can like demonstrate how like if they had done this right. Oh wait, no, it was before this because they didn't. It was before they took your tier 2 tower. So it's here, right? This is where the SF got away from you. Like if I'm this silencer or even this dazzle, because they can both push out waves. What an item pull. That's funny. They can both push out waves without like standing on top of them, right? They just use their spells. Like I am standing like here if I'm one of them, and I'm ready to push this wave out because I'm seeing that your team is not pushing this out, and like I'm ready to do it.
Right.
And then, you know, the SF's farming triangle, the Leicester's farming the lane, he's going to farm all this, you know. And, you know, they're not free for, like, Enigma's not going to get any farm, but the support's going to get a little bit of farm, and they're going to feel comfortable. And you're taking a tower that you were going to take no matter what, right?
Right.
So you can see they had, like, the opportunity there, and then just didn't quite take it. But better players will. Like me. I'll do that. Let's hang out here.
Yeah, they have the ward up there though, so.
Yeah, this is okay. This is okay. Your drow should have walked top and pushed it in here, because like I don't like that this is happening, but like you were already here and drow was like over there, so it's not your fault. So you go push it out. Get the illusion.
I forgot exactly what we're doing here, but I was saying something to my team.
Yeah, this is awkward, because your Void Spirit TP'd bottom to clear it, but then he's like out of mana. And your Drow's Aegis is running out. So yeah. You're kind of like holding the correct map position. And then it becomes like awkward to keep being here because your Void Spirit's not here. So I actually kind of agree with this. It's not like ideal, like kind of seeding map control, but given the situation, I think you kind of had to. This is a little dangerous what you're doing. We don't see any of them. At least you're near your team, though. You're like really going for this dazzle, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I think. Given wait, I mean you didn't look with your camera, which makes it awkward. But like, given that you saw, I think on a word you saw this.
Yeah, I think I saw him to the back, or like where the river is.
Oh,
Who's,
he walked under your tower. Or something.
yeah, they showed.
It's really hard to tell if it's replay bugs. Somehow they showed, presumably, unless that's also a replay bug. Seems like you guys had an idea. Like somebody scanned. You definitely just need to be like waiting. Well, actually, you kind of need to be in front if they drop a sentry. Like, look at your team's lineup, right? Like, does anybody on your team want to get jumped? What does Drow have? I don't know. This is a little awkward lineup because Legion usually doesn't want to stand in front. But given your lineup, you either need to be in front or you need to be like behind your Void Spirit, who is like going to be in front, and then like it's your job to like save him. It's like a team fight execution because like you know they're over here. Like I don't know where you're going right now. It's like kind of wild, but you need to be like ready for whatever's about to happen here, and ideally ready to press the attack. Somebody who gets gone, or like if you like see dazzle or some shit, you can like go to dazzle. I don't know. You got to be looking at this. They like see you. He got like a blink, arcane blink shit off, so. It's not so much you could have done about that, but if you were looking, that would have helped. That thing would have died. Wow. Yeah, Drow did a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's what couldn't be grave in time.
Then you 4v5 them and it worked out. Let's blink. Well, it worked out anyways. Worked out very well, actually. Alright, dazzle, push out lanes, push out lanes. Lanes, good. Good. I don't mind you walking the dazzle, but I like that you like turned around. Okay, so you're backing out a little bit. I liked all that. Getting the lanes out. Send the illusions bottom, maybe? Insta kills. So what matters right now?
Right now, I don't really know what to do in this situation. I was thinking like maybe push high ground, but at the same time, I don't want to just get blown up and then die.
Well, how do you know what to do is you identify what matters. So what matters?
I'm not too sure. I mean, we need to go high ground, but I don't think we can do it. Yeah, against Shadow
What do you
Fiend.
need to go high ground?
Roshan?
Yes, yes, Roshan matters.
Yeah, I think right after this, we end up going to Roshan.
Yeah. So, like, just conceptually, let me lay it out for you, just so you automatically know the answer next time. You've pushed in all their waves pretty far. You did a good job. You've gained map control. Now, you wait for Roshan to respawn, and in the meantime, if they walk outside their base, you kill them. That's the game plan. You don't go high ground. You just keep the lanes in, and if they leave their base, they die, because you're way ahead. And they're going to be like, they're not going to have the vision, right? Presumably.
Right.
And you're going to like take a good fight outside their base when you're ahead. So that's basically what you did. But knowing that conceptually ahead of time tells you what you need to do, right? Like you shouldn't not know what to do, because then you're going to fuck it up.
Right.
You ended up doing it correctly, but maybe that was just luck. Okay, so we buy back.
Yeah, they all died, so I just told my team I'm buying back.
Yeah,
we can
no,
get
that's
some
fine,
towers.
You're gonna like megas them or some shit. Like, kind of okay. Back to Roche. Got double racks. Alright. Cool, man. Well, I think we can wrap it up. You have any other questions?
Yeah. No, I think got some good advice out of this. I think I could. Well, I guess we'll see if I climb past 4.3.
Right. Well,
for sure.
Obviously, try and implement what you learned. I'll shoot you the recording when it's ready. Rewatch it at some point, and then check out those other videos if you want. That's gonna be a lot of information though if you try and do everything all at once. The biggest thing for sure for you to focus on is staying connected with your team in that like 20 to like 30 minute phase. this game you did it a little bit better, but there was like that earlier portion where you didn't connect. And so it's going to be looking at those those moments and like doing better. And even if you realize like what's going to happen is you're going to be doing what you normally do and it's going to be wrong, but then you're going to realize like, oh, like I'm supposed to be with my team right now. And then you're going to like stop whatever jungle camp you're doing. You're going to run to your team. That's what you need to do. As soon as you think like, oh, I'm supposed to be with my team right now, you just need to act on it and you'll get faster and faster. It's going to take like, it's going to take some games. It's not going to happen right away.
Yeah. Okay.
That'll be the biggest thing for you to improve, for sure. And there's a lot of other small stuff that we talked about, but for you, that was a big one.
All right, sounds good.
All right, man. Well, thanks for signing up. Good luck. Let me know how it goes.
All right, sounds good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, later, man.
Later.
Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, sub to the channel. And if you want to be coached by me, check the link in the video description. You can join my Discord there, and there's all the information there on how to sign up.